final category here are some advanced options for differentiation. In this one, I created a blank grouping slide. It's an embedded Google slide so that it can be updated in real time. So here's the slide. As kids are working on an assignment on the previous Nearpod slide, I'm looking at their work. I'm clicking over to this tab, which is the Google Slide tab, and I'm putting in names. So I'm saying, okay, Sally's doing great, Connie's struggling, and I'm putting in names as they're working. I'm watching their work, and I'm putting in names behind the scenes on this Google Slide. And then in the Nearpod, I move forward to this slide, and the groups are already made based on what just happened. And I can say, if you see your name in the blue group, you're going to jump off and go to your Google Classroom and keep working on our independent practice for today. I'll see you guys later. If you see your name in the green group, you're going to stick with me on the Nearpod for a little bit longer. We're going to try a couple more examples together. So I can group kids in real time by embedding a slide like this, filling it out as they're working on the previous task, and then moving the Nearpod forward. They will automatically start to see those names. They will see those names pop up, and I can group them that way. So that's one option for differentiating. Another option when you're trying to differentiate, you can send students off of the Zoom to work on their own. So let's say I say green group, you're going to go ahead and work on your own for the next 10 minutes. And this is a slide that will pop up for them. I can put whatever the directions are for the task. They can chat back and forth with me even though they're off the Zoom, because this is just a live Google slide that is embedded into the Nearpod. So they keep the Nearpod open at all times. They don't need anything else open except for whatever they're working on in their Google Classroom. And they can chat back and forth with me and questions that they have. I have the directions. And then when they click this button, this is just a icon of Zoom with the Zoom link attached. They will end up back in my Zoom room. So when the timer is up, they just come back to the Zoom room after working on their own. So this slide just stays up on their Nearpod while they're working independently on whatever the task is. And I can have other kids working with me in the Zoom room still. And the last thing is we're going to go back and look at independent work with a return to Zoom in a sheet. So here was that sheet that we were talking about. I need kids to be off of Zoom to do this because they need the Zoom camera to be turned off in order for them to be able to use the camera to upload their pictures of their work as they go. So if I want them working on paper and uploading their pictures as they go, it's very easy. It's 2 clicks to upload a picture, but they have to be off Zoom. So what I can do is keep my link here. Here's my Zoom link. And if I see that Paul got question number 1 wrong, I'm just going to put the Zoom link in and say something like, please come back to Zoom, Paul. And Paul's going to see that because he is keeping this open and uploading, and he can click on the link and end up right back in my Zoom room. So all these students are working independently on paper. They're uploading each picture as they go, and I can drop this into the sheet at any time to bring a student back or a group of students back to the Zoom room to work on whatever it is that we're working on. So that is all of the different things that you can do in terms of modeling group or guided practice, independent practice, and differentiation by using some advanced Nearpod tools, especially embedding web content, and then using some of the Google Suite and some other links to embed in your Nearpod.